So you're moving to the Raleigh area and you've narrowed it down to two of the most popular suburbs in the Triangle, Cary and Apex. On paper, these two towns look really similar. Both have great schools, both are close to Raleigh and Research Triangle Park, both have beautiful neighborhoods and safe communities, and both are full of people who have moved here from somewhere else. I think the similarities between Cary and Apex on paper is where a lot of people get overwhelmed or confused during their relocation search. Because what you're trying to figure out isn't which town is objectively better. What you're really trying to figure out is which town fits my personality and my lifestyle and my vibe. Because once you actually live here, the two towns feel very different. Today, I want to help you figure out which of these two towns actually fits you better. Not just on paper, but in real life. In this video, I'll break down location and commute, schools, home prices, lifestyle, amenities, traffic, and daily life. And by the end, hopefully you'll have a better idea as to which town fits you better. Welcome back to At Home with Jody. I'm Jody Whitehurst, a licensed real estate broker in Apex, North Carolina, helping people just like you with their home buying and selling needs in Apex, Cary, and all across the greater Raleigh area. If I can help answer questions for you about what life is like in the Triangle area, or if you need help buying or selling a home here, please reach out to me directly. My information is at the end of this video and in the description below. And if I can ask you a favor, if this video is helpful to you, please hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button to be notified when I put out future videos just like this one. Okay, so Cary versus Apex, two adjacent suburbs of Raleigh. Both are excellent, but they attract slightly different people. Let's start with the geography and the location of each town. Located to the west of downtown Raleigh and just to the north of Apex, Cary, North Carolina is located in both Wake and Chatham counties. Cary sits between Apex, Raleigh, RTP, Durham, and the airport. As of right now, in June of 2026, the population of Cary, North Carolina is approximately 187,000 residents, and Cary is growing by about 2,000 people each year. The median household income in Cary is approximately $135,000, and the median age in Cary is 40.2 years old. Located to the southwest of downtown Raleigh and just to the south of Cary, Apex is also located in both Wake and Chatham counties. Apex sits between Cary, Raleigh, Holly Springs, New Hill, and Pittsboro. Compared to the population of Cary, which is about 187,000 residents, Apex's current population is approximately 81,500 residents. But compared to Cary's annual growth of 1%, Apex is growing by about 3.5% annually, or 2,700 new residents every year. And it is not showing any signs of slowing down. If you talk to longtime locals, they will definitely tell you how much Apex has changed. Everyone loves Apex from the minute that they moved there, and they want to freeze it at that point in time. I moved to Apex in 2007, and I'm no different. I loved it when I moved there. It was quaint and quiet, and now it's so busy, and change is hard. Both Apex and Cary are conveniently located to highway access to commute to neighboring towns. Because of its location, Cary has slightly easier access to I-40, Research Triangle Park, and the airport, but Apex is making it increasingly convenient to access 540, which is the new outer belt line, Route 1, Route 64, and I-40. Neither town has really difficult commutes to any Triangle locations with the convenience of the belt lines. You can pretty much get anywhere in the Triangle within 30 minutes. Now let's talk about the thing that everyone really wants to know. How much more expensive is Cary than Apex? And the answer is usually more expensive. The current average Cary home value is approximately $630,000, obviously depending on which neighborhood you're in and the home type that you're going for. Apex's home values are usually a little lower on average, with a current average home value of approximately $603,000. Now, obviously, there's a huge variation depending on which neighborhood you're in, the age of the home, the school district, the lot size, and the proximity to 540. Many buyers feel like they can stretch their money a little bit more in Apex than Cary. Depending on your expectations, if you're looking for an affordable, upgraded, move-in ready home in Cary, you might be disappointed for what you can get for your money as opposed to in other towns. Both Apex and Cary tend to be more affordable the farther east you go and the farther away from 540 you get. Cary has more established neighborhoods with older homes on its eastern side. These homes may be slightly smaller with more need of updates. There are a lot of split level homes from the 60s and 70s, but the prices reflect that. If you want a Cary address and aren't afraid to put in the work, you might be able to find an affordable fixer-upper closer to downtown Cary or the east side of Cary. The west side of Cary is much more expensive. This is due to access to major roadways for commutes and the highly rated school systems, which I'll discuss later. Homes tend to be larger with more high-end luxury communities. Cary, and West Cary especially, carries more of a premium. And honestly, part of that is because Cary is more established. It's mature, it's convenient, it has stronger infrastructure, and people are willing to pay for that. Cary also has a couple of prestigious golf course communities with higher home values because people really want to live there. Watch my video here on the top 5 golf course communities of the Triangle, and you can see that Prestonwood and McGregor Downs in Cary are both in my top 5. Now here's where Apex comes in. You can often get newer construction, larger homes, and more neighborhood amenities for less money than comparable homes in Cary. That's just one reason why so many relocation buyers end up choosing Apex. The other is that Apex has been voted the #1 place to live in the country more than once in the last decade. You look at Cary, and then you look at what your money buys in Apex, and you're like, wait, I can get the screen porch and a bonus room and a 3-car garage over in Apex for less money than in Cary? Now, don't get me wrong, Apex is getting very expensive too, especially with more and more luxury communities being built. But I feel like you have a better chance in Apex to still find properties with a little bit of land, a little bit of elbow room. A lot of Apex feels quieter, and a lot of people really prefer that, especially if you work remotely. Okay, now traffic. Neither Cary nor Apex has escaped the growth of the Triangle. You'll probably hear people say something like, oh, that's nothing compared to LA traffic or Atlanta traffic. And that's true. I have lived in LA and driven there, and I drive to Atlanta quite often. I can attest to the fact that traffic in both of those locations is horrible. But compared to what this area used to be, 2-lane roads are now 4-lane highways that are still getting backed up. And locals and transplants alike complain about it all the time. I think that Cary tends to have more overall traffic because it's more developed, it's a higher population, but Apex has construction everywhere and more residents every day. So traffic in Apex tends to bottleneck, especially around Highway 55. Take a look at my video on the new massive Viridia community being built right now, US 64, and parts of downtown during the rush hour. So neither is perfect, but I will say that Cary generally has better infrastructure to accommodate the growth. I love Apex. I've lived in Apex for many years, but it hasn't kept up with the growth as well. Now let's talk about schools, because for many families who are moving to this area, this is the reason why they're considering Apex and Cary in the first place. Both Apex and Cary are served by the Wake County Public School System, and overall both have very strong reputations for schools. Generally speaking, you're going to find excellent academic opportunities in both towns. Cary probably has a slightly stronger reputation academically, with West Cary especially highly known for its great schools. No judgment on either of the towns, because both Cary and Apex are highly sought after. My son attends Apex High and he thrives there. And honestly, for many buyers, the difference isn't dramatic enough to be the deciding factor. A couple of other things about schools in the Raleigh area may be new to you if you're from another state. Here we not only have schools that are on the traditional school calendar, which is where you go through school and you have your summers off, but we also have year-round schools with rotating tracks, in which case your child would have 9 weeks in school and then 3 weeks on break and then back to 9 weeks at school, and it goes that way through the whole year. Some people find this challenging to adapt to. Other people love it because you get to take vacations on off times when the location that you're going to might not be as busy as traditional summertime vacations. We also have charter schools here, private schools, magnet schools. So there are a lot of local education opportunities. One last thing about schools in Apex and Cary, because these areas have had and are having a huge population growth, our schools tend to fill up or cap, especially in the newer neighborhoods of both towns. So if a school fills up or caps, your child will be sent to an overflow school. And now sometimes that overflow school caps and your child will be sent to a secondary overflow school. I always advise anyone who is looking to move to Apex and Cary to not buy a home based on a specific school that you want your child to attend. Rather, check the current school assignment for a specific address that you're looking at or a specific neighborhood that you're looking at and see if you are satisfied with the assigned school for your child. I'm going to put a link in the description below to the Wake County Public School lookup assignment based on an address, where you can enter an address and check the school assignments. I'm also going to leave a link for the amazing School Up Wake program, which if you are confused about our schools or trying to get your child into a specific school or have several children that are on different tracks or programs, School Up Wake is an organization for hire that can help you navigate the complexities of the Wake County school system. The downtown areas is where the two towns are quite different. Cary's downtown feels more established, a little more suburban. It's more sprawling. Apex is more condensed. It's more small town, more charming, maybe a little bit more personal. Downtown Apex is honestly one of the biggest reasons that people fall in love with the town. You can walk around with coffee in your hand, grab dinner, run into people you know, sit outside at a brewery, and it really has a community feel. Downtown Apex is small but mighty. It only encompasses a few blocks and a few streets, but the proximity of everything gives it even more charm in my opinion. Besides the restaurants, the coffee shops, the boutiques in the downtown area, there's also a skate park, a dog park, athletic fields. Soon we'll have a mountain bike course. The community center is downtown, as well as the senior center. And downtown Apex hosts all kinds of festivals and parades like Peak Fest, Pig Fest, Apex Pride Fest, Latino Fest, a weekend farmers market, a Christmas parade, an amazing 4th of July fireworks display. Every time I drive through my downtown, it just makes me so happy to see so many people out and enjoying it. Its residents are really proud of it. Apex has repeatedly been associated with best small town type recognition over the years, and locals really lean heavily into that identity. I will say that if you're visiting downtown Apex for the first time right now and for the second half of 2026, you may be disappointed because it's currently having a facelift to make it more pedestrian friendly with more outdoor seating. They're taking away the on-street parking to make it more of an outdoor cafe style place to hang out, eat, and shop. It's not really pretty right now, but the end result will be amazing. Now, Cary does have a great downtown. It also has live music and festivals like the Lazy Days Arts and Crafts Festival, which is one of the largest arts festivals in North Carolina, with hundreds of artists, food vendors, live music, and downtown street activities. Downtown Cary also hosts a Latino festival and a pimento cheese festival. It has a beautiful library and the awesome new Cary Park, where there's all kinds of live music, outdoor movies, social events. Downtown Cary has the Cary Arts Center and the Cary Theater. It has an Amtrak station convenient to getting away by train. So as you can tell, downtown Cary probably has as much or more going on as downtown Apex. But downtown Cary is more spread out. Downtown Apex is just a couple of walkable streets and it gives it a quaint small town vibe. Downtown Cary is bigger, more spread out, more options, but you'd probably have to drive to each destination that you want to go to. Now let's talk about what daily life in both towns feels like. Cary overall just feels a little bit more polished and established. For people moving here from larger metro areas, Cary would probably feel familiar in a good way. There's convenience everywhere. There's more shopping, more dining, more international food options. You can tell that Cary has been a major destination suburb for a much longer time, whereas Apex's growth is newer and Apex doesn't have quite the same suburban feel. Apex feels a little bit more like a town that people grow emotionally attached to. It's a little bit more relaxed. It has a little bit more breathing room. There's still more country roads. It's a little bit more community driven and calmer. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why people fall in love with it. While the entire Raleigh area is a cultural melting pot, Cary probably still has more cultural diversity in its communities, its restaurants, its services. But Apex is still diverse. It's not some tiny country town way outside of Raleigh. You're still very connected. We have all kinds of cultural restaurants and activities. Both are very clean, both are very safe, and both are highly desirable. You really can't go wrong here. The decision is more about what kind of lifestyle feels right to you. Both Cary and Apex have amazing outdoor activities. I'm here in Apex right now at Lake Pine, which is the Apex Community Park. But both are known for their extensive interconnected greenway system and their fabulous parks and walking trails. And whether you're into the arts or museums, water activities, or Michelin star dining, if Cary or Apex doesn't have it, the great thing about this area is that there are not many towns in the greater Raleigh area that take more than 30 minutes to get from one to the other. Everything you want is within easy access. So who is Cary best for? I think Cary is best for people who want maximum convenience. They need access to Research Triangle Park. They travel frequently and need proximity to the airport. People who like a more suburban feeling and prioritize infrastructure, who want lots of dining and shopping options and don't mind paying a premium for location. Now, who might prefer Apex? People who want a slightly better value. Someone who prefers newer construction, wants more of a community and neighborhood feel, likes that feeling of small town charm, who doesn't need to be in the center of everything all the time. Apex is really perfect for people who want a slightly quieter, slower pace of life. I think that Cary is more practical, it's more efficient, more polished, more established, but Apex feels more personal. It's charming, more community driven. Ask yourself, what do I want my random Tuesday night to feel like? Do you want convenience everywhere, or do you want a little bit more quiet? Do you want a highly established infrastructure, or do you want more of a neighborhood community feel? Do you want polished or cozy? And again, neither answer is wrong. They are both great towns. They're just different. And depending on your personality, most likely one of them is going to resonate with you way more than the other. So now I want to hear from you. If you had to choose, would you pick Cary or Apex? What does your perfect lifestyle look like? Let me know in the comments below. You may take a look at Apex and Cary and decide that neither is the right fit for you. You want more privacy, more land, farther outside of the daily grind. Maybe you don't want a homeowners association and you just want acreage. The great thing is that in this area, depending on your price point, your desired location, and your flexibility, I can find you almost anything that you're looking for somewhere in the greater Raleigh area. If you're thinking of moving somewhere in the greater Raleigh area and need help figuring out which town fits your lifestyle, which one is the best fit for you, please reach out. Again, my contact information is at the end of this video and in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button to be notified when I put out future videos just like this.